I was 46 when my ex-husband died. That sentence alone carries too much weight. We were mid-divorce. Not amicable. Not gentle. He cheated. My daughters, then 16 and 14, were the ones who found out. They saw the messages. The pictures. The truth their father didn't have the courage to tell. And when I confronted him, everything detonated. He left. He moved in with his affair partner. And a few months later, 2 baby boys were born. Then, less than a year after that, both he and the woman he cheated with died in an accident. Just like that. 2 orphaned babies. 2 traumatized teenage girls. And a family imploding under grief, guilt, and blame. My ex-husband's parents had never liked me. Too opinionated. Too independent. Too unwilling to submit. But after his death, they became something else entirely. They tried to take custody of my daughters. Claimed I was unstable. Claimed I was poisoning them against family. Then they suggested something even worse. That they should move in with us. I shut that down instantly. One battle went to court. The other never left the realm of fantasy. And my daughters. They wanted nothing to do with them. Not because of the babies. But because those grandparents blamed them. For the affair being exposed. For the divorce. For their father's death. Trauma stacked on trauma. They were already in therapy. Where we live, there's a weekend farmers market. Fresh bread. Handmade chocolates. Local produce. It was my youngest daughter's birthday week. Her party was scheduled for later, so I gave her something better. Freedom. A budget. An hour. And permission to buy whatever she wanted. Chocolate. Candy. Sugar and joy. After about 45 minutes, I felt that familiar parental itch. Then my phone rang. Her name. I answered, and heard sobbing. Mom, there are these people. They won't leave me alone. My heart stopped. She said they'd cornered her near a stall. 6 older women. Calling her selfish. Ungodly. Accusing her of abandoning her grandparents. Of refusing to be a good big sister to her orphaned baby brothers. I didn't walk. I ran. I found them surrounding her like vultures. My child stood frozen, clutching a bag of candy. Eyes red. Shoulders hunched. Something primal snapped. I stepped between them and my daughter. Told my eldest to take her sister, pay for the items, and go to the car. Then I turned. And I unleashed. I called them bullies. Hypocrites. Disgusting excuses for Christians. They told me I was worse. That I should obey my ex-in-laws, like a good Christian wife. That I was corrupting my daughters. I didn't scream. I roared. So loud vendors stopped selling. So loud security got involved. We were asked to leave. As I walked away, they followed. Still muttering. Still judging. I got my girls into the car. Locked the doors. And drove away shaking. That night, after my daughters were asleep, I messaged someone from their church. Someone reasonable. I explained what happened. He apologized. Then he told me why. My ex-mother-in-law had posted a novella in the church Facebook group. A sob story. Claiming we were making them homeless and penniless. My daughters were cruel and heartless. I had stolen her grandsons. And worst of all, she claimed the babies weren't affair children. She said the other woman was our surrogate. That I rejected the babies because they were boys. I felt sick. Because that wasn't just a lie. That was character assassination. Here's the thing about that church. They're annoying. Judgmental. Especially about LGBTQ+ topics. But cheating. Zero tolerance. Man or woman. No excuses. So my ex-mother-in-law had tried to rewrite history to survive socially. And I realized something. The divorce hadn't finalized when my ex died, which meant I had every single receipt and no legal reason to stay silent. The next morning, I went to a print shop and I printed everything. Photos of my ex and his affair partner, texts between them, messages to his parents confessing the affair, and their replies supporting him, emails of my in-laws harassing me during the divorce, and the final dagger, messages where they called my daughters bastards, told them their father died because they exposed his affair, sent 2 days after his death. I paid extra, thick paper, high-quality ink. Then I went home and made binders, beautiful binders. They looked exactly like the hymn packets the church hands out. The first page, a photo, my ex and his affair partner making out in my living room, their names printed clearly underneath. I placed the binders in the church before service, at the back table. No one checks. They never do. By noon, Facebook exploded. The gossip was nuclear. The pastor had to intervene to keep things family-friendly. My ex became a pariah. The affair partner labeled every biblical insult imaginable. My ex-in-laws, publicly condemned, shamed, forced to leave the church. People apologized to my daughters. We received letters, offers of support, invitations to heal. I laughed, because the same people still blamed me, but excused it as shock. They said I might return to the light. Unlike my cheating husband and his companion, my ex-mother-in-law made a final post about loneliness, alienation, how no one cares for the elderly, wishing her great son were alive. I wondered, with what money would he have supported her? I was the breadwinner, and the truth finally had teeth. You don't always need to scream. Sometimes the truth, presented calmly, does all the damage for you. Protect your kids, always. If this story made your blood boil, or your soul smile, hit that like button. Subscribe for more revenge stories with receipts. And tell us in the comments, what's the most satisfying exposure you've ever seen? Because lies hate one thing more than anything else: proof.